So in requisition cycle, what is it really about? It's really about client. It's really about who are the provider. Okay, so who is the contractor? Who is the client? So how's the relationship between these two people here? How are you getting them to work for you? There must be a framework. And requisition cycle, we are talking about this framework. So this requisition cycle notes here, page 23 onwards, all the way down to um, this page 27. It can be read in conjunction with part 2, which we call procurement method or procurement strategy. So basically you've got two very broad section. One is traditional procurement strategy, another one is a non-traditional procurement strategy. So well, you need to understand, traditional is basically very, very straightforward. So what is traditional? Some people say design and build is traditional. Well, it is traditional nowadays. So but then we still define that as the most basic one, which is a traditional general contracting. Okay, so I prefer it that way. We can call it anything you want, but it is traditional. So that means a client body will have a project that is quite well defined. The scope of work is quite clear, and then the cost and time are quite reasonably well defined. Then you can engage a separate body to actually do the job for you, and they will start a legal relationship. You have to understand that a contract is there must be this intention to create a legal relation. So if I look at the picture here, what is a contract? There must be offer, acceptance, consideration. Offer is basically like your tender. Acceptance is like I am awarding the job to you. That is acceptance. And consideration is the value passing through between the two bodies. Okay, and then you must have an intention to create a legal relation, meaning that you have to go to a law firm and do your contract and then bring for stamping. And all these are the other elements of having a free contract. Free as in is a completely willingness by both parties to enter into the contract. So so basically these are the traditional method, and then professional consultants are engaged for the design, for the definition and documentation of the project deliverables, and they will be part of the supervision team to look after the project on behalf of the client. Okay, so these are very traditional method. Non-traditional strategies are basically things like design and construct. Non-traditional strategy it is an evolving change in the relationship between the client and contractor. After a while, people say that traditional way there are some shortcomings. There are things that it cannot do. Actually, traditional general contracting has been delivering project. It has been, it has done so well actually in delivering billions and trillions of dollars of project all around the world. You see, and you don't say that it is no good. It is good. Okay, it's just a matter of, do you understand your project? Do you understand the nature of your project? Some project may be a bit difficult to define. Some project may be very lengthy. Some project may have very good client body who is experienced. Some project may be there's other needs there. So when there's other needs and other constraints and other organizational direction, then these other non-traditional strategies will come into the pictures, and they are doing equally well as well. It's a matter of again, knowing your project. So design and construct, turnkey is basically part and parcels of this as well. Okay, and then you also have construction management, which is very, 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 very popular now. This is where all your beam and all your agency doing project management are coming into this picture. So contractor will be providing the not only providing design and build, they are also providing construction management ability. Construction management, they're also helping the client to actually manage the project. Then of course there's another extreme whereby it's build, own, operate, transfer. Again, normally, turnkey can be lumped under here. If you talk about, at the end of the day, turnkey can be here, it can also be here. Okay, so turnkey can be part and parcel of this bit here. It can also be built on operate transfer. At the end of the day, it's about how it's being paid, you see. So it is really it's really about paying. How is the contractor being paid? Okay. Let me get rid of this first. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So then, there's many build, own, operate, transfer, build, own, transfer. All these things is about the client. The contractor be paying for the client. Okay. In design and build, the contractor will be paid. You see. So, build, own, operate, transfer, boot and bought and boot. It will be different. The contractor will be paying for the project and then hand it over to the client after the operational state is being completed. Okay, and then there are other way of doing things like partnering as well. Partnering, strategic alliancing, joint venture, turnkey. I don't think we should be including turnkey here anymore. So let's take it out. Okay. So now also you need to know the advantages and disadvantages on each and every one of the different type of method. So you can see that we are trying to move you to thinking that understand all these strategies. These are actually just strategies. At the end of the day, it's still the decision making. What decision are you making? How are you making that decision to use this? We can know that I know what is advantages, I know what is the disadvantages. But then if you don't know how to relate your project, how to link your project with the advantages and disadvantages, then at the end of the day, it's pretty useless as well. So again, that linkage is basically sitting down and trying to define your project and understand your project. Do yourself a checklist, and from that checklist, find a way to link to the technique, to link to whether you're going to do a traditional way of doing to deliver project, or you're going to use this sort of method to deliver projects. Okay. So again, we go back to our first set of notes. So here, these are actually linked together. So this is this part and part 23, page 23 to page 27. So these are linkage between the two set of notes. Okay, so take a look at that. Okay, and then after that, we will see that actually it is like a combination of things. Okay, so we need to combine your systems, like your procurement systems is actually not just the procurement strategy part and parcel of it, it's also the contract type.